Good day everyone, I am James Salvador, and in this video, we're going to discuss 4 different topics, which are measurement, vector, motion in 1D, and motion in 2D. I will show you in this video how to solve a problem involving the 4 topics that I mentioned earlier. Now let's start with measurement. Before we start discussing measurement, let's first find out what the definition of measurement is. Measurement quantifies the characteristic of an object or event which we can compare with other things or event. Now let's start solving a problem that involves measurement. Ronald can lift 352 pounds. How many kilograms is that? Let's find out first how many pounds a kilogram has. 1 kilogram is equivalent to 2.2 pounds. After knowing this, let's proceed with solving the problem. We're going to use dimensional analysis to solve this problem. Now let's start solving it. 352 pounds times 1 kilogram over 2.2 pounds is equal to 160 pounds. Cancel the unit that is the same so we can get the unit of kilogram. So in 352 pounds, there is 160 kilogram. I'm going to give another example so that you can understand it more. Now let's proceed to example number 2. A car travels 4,350 meters. How many kilometers does the car travel if it travels 4,350 meters? Like in the first example, we need to first find out how many kilometers the meters have. 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 meter. We're also going to use dimensional analysis in solving this problem. Now let's start solving it. 4,350 meters times 1 kilometer over 1,000 meters is equal to 4.35 kilometers. Cancel the units that are the same so we can get the unit of kilometer. So in 4,350 meters, there is 4.35 kilometer. Let's now discuss the next topic, which is vectors. Let's know first what vectors are. Vectors are quantities that are fully described by both a magnitude and a direction. Let's now solve a problem involving vectors. Aaron hit a baseball ball with a bat in a tight field. The ball hit the fence, then goes 3 meters south, then 5 meters east, then 7 meters north, and lastly 2 meters east. Solve the distance and displacement of the baseball ball. This is the diagram that we can make with the given values. Now let's start first. Solve the distance. This is the formula that we're going to use to solve the distance. Let's start solving it now. Substitute the given value into the formula. 3 meters plus 5 meters plus 7 meters plus 2 meters is equal to 17 meters. So the distance of the basketball is 17 meters. Now let's proceed with solving displacement. This is the formula that we're going to use to solve displacement. Before solving displacement, you need to know first that if the given value is in the direction of south and west, it will have a negative value. While if it is in the direction of north and east, it will have a positive value. Let's start solving it now. Substitute the given value into the formula. Negative 3 meters plus 5 meters plus 7 meters plus 2 meters is equal to 11 meters. So the displacement of the baseball ball is 11 meters east. Let's now move on to the next topic, which is motion in 1D. Let us first define motion in 1 dimension. Motion in 1 dimension is when the position of an object changes along a straight line. Let's now solve a problem that involves motion in 1D. Vince is going to a motorcycle race, and the race is going to start when the gun shoots. When he hears the shot from the gun, he accelerates from a rest at a rate of 8 meters per second squared. For a time of 3 seconds, solve the displacement of the motorcycle during the period of time. First, get the given values so we can easily solve it. Acceleration is 8 meters per second squared, the time is 3 seconds, and the initial velocity is 0 meters per second. This is the diagram that we can make using the given values. In solving displacement, we can use this formula. Let's now substitute the given values into the formula so we can start solving it. 0 meters per second times 3 seconds plus 1/2 times 8 meters per second squared times 3 seconds squared. After substituting it, let's now solve it. 0 meters per second times 4 second is equal to 0. Then multiply 1/2 by 8 meter per second squared to get an answer of 4 meter per second squared. Then 3 seconds squared can have an answer of 9. Then solve the answer that we got. 0 meter per second plus 4 meter per second squared times 9 seconds squared is equal to 36 meters. Cancel the unit that is the same as the given values. Therefore, the displacement is 36 meters. Let's now proceed to the last topic. Let us first know what motion is in 2D. Two-dimensional motion is the study of movement in two directions, including the study of motion along a curved path, such as projectile and circular motion. Now let's solve a problem involving motion in 2D. Ronald is holding a ball. Suddenly, a cat appeared, causing him to be scared and causing the ball to leave his hand with an initial horizontal velocity of 3 meters per second. Calculate the time required for the ball to fall to the ground and the distance between the side of Ronald's hands and landing location of the ball. Let's first get the horizontal and vertical information so that we can easily solve the problem. For the horizontal information, the x or the distance does not have a value because that is what we are finding. The initial horizontal velocity is 3 meters per second and the acceleration is 0 meter per second squared. For the vertical information, the value of y is negative 0.10. The initial vertical velocity is 0 meter per second and the acceleration is negative 9.8 meter per second squared. After getting the horizontal and vertical information, we can now solve it. We can use this formula to get the value of time. Let's now substitute the given values into the formula, so we can now start to solve it. Negative 0.10 meters is equal to 0 plus 0.5 times negative 9.8 meters squared. Multiply 0.5 by negative 9.8 meters per second squared to get the answer of negative 4.9. Then divide it by 0.10 meters and the answer will be 0.02040 seconds squared. Then square root it to get the value of time, which is 0.14 seconds. After getting the value of time, let's now get the distance. This is the formula that we're going to use to get the distance. After knowing the formula, let's now solve it. 3 meters per second times 0.14 seconds is equal to 0.42 meters, which is the value of distance. And that's the end of our discussion. I hope you learned something from the topic that I discussed. Thank you.